Okay, here's part two. So, we're in the back 40, and we only have 2 Humvees, and we got 2 deuce and a halves. Because we just simply don't have the gear for it. So, and all of us has got live ammunition, everybody. We all had M16s. We all had 6 magazines apiece. We got shitty body armor. I mean, I don't think that he can stop around. I don't know what the hell it was called though, but everybody had one. And all the M60s and the 50 cals have ammunition. So somebody took it kind of serious. So a Humvee, we rolled up on a one of the guys, and they were out there with the Humvee, and they said, "Hey, you know, we hear some buzzing going on. We hear an aircraft." So we're looking up, and here is this gray and black airplane, little single engine, little freaking Piper Cub or whatever the hell it was, and it was buzzing over. The back 40, and it was especially over stacks of cluster bombs, you know, with no fuses on them. I was like, who the hell is that? And we took our binoculars out, and things started getting kind of exciting. We looked, we didn't see any tail numbers or nothing, no marks. So one of the guys took a picture of it, and they kept buzzing, and we kept on waving them away because, you know, they're not supposed to be there. So we call it in to the Provost Marshal's office where we got some of our guys. And we called. We says, "Hey, we got this aircraft, you know, this gray and aircraft with a black tail with no numbers on it. It's buzzing around us." We held up the radio, but you can hear the airplane buzzing around. And we says, "We don't know who they are. We tried to wave them off. They wouldn't fly away. Do we have permission to open fire?" And they says, "No, do not open fire." So our E5 or E6 at the time says, "You know, this guy, whoever he is in direct violations of the protocols here of our rules of engagement." Says, "Do we have permission to open fire?" And they says, no, you don't. We are now making phone calls to all the airports or whoever, to the authorities, the police, the state police. They went up as high as the state police. I mean, wow. Then they got a hold of the FBI and all this other stuff. And every 5 minutes we'd say, call in and say, "Do we have permission to open fire?" And once they got a hold of somebody really important, I don't know if it was an FBI guy, and they said, "We don't know who this guy is, but for the past 30 minutes, he's been buzzing us, and we're gonna have to do something about it." So then a call came over to the radio. It says, "All weapons on hot." That means the 50 cals are off as safe, the M16s are off as safe. And now everybody started pointing their rifles. The deuce and a half, they had a 50 cal on it. They got on the 50 cal, pointed it at them. The Humvee had a 249 pointed at them. And we're just waiting to engage until finally the little airplane did a long right turn and flew away to the west of us. I said, "Holy shit." So we described what the airplane was. All the airports, it's all been notified of this guy, of whoever the hell he is. So if he landed somewhere, somebody's gonna be waiting for him. That's for damn sure. But, you know, they told us the weapons, put the weapons on cold and put them all on safe and all that stuff. Drop your magazines, all that good stuff, you know. And for a moment, it was going to be kind of crazy, you know. He was going to shoot these fucking guys down. Or whoever he was going to shoot him down, dude. So that didn't happen. The next exciting thing happened was a couple months later as some bunch of gangbangers decided that they're going to do a drive-by on the front gate. But these dumbasses were so far out they couldn't do one. They couldn't do a drive-by. Oh man, all these people are acting stupid. God damn. Fucking dumbasses, man. So they couldn't do a drive-by or whatever. Fucking got her own. What, are you in a fucking hurry? Fucking dumb bastard. You're willing to kill everybody out on the fucking roadway. Dumbass. Stupid son of a bitch. He's the one who's putting his brakes on. There. You want fucking fast? There you go, dude. Fucking clown. Dumbass. So these ass clowns, right? So the whole deployment, it's just, I mean, I managed to get some of my benefits. You know, I spent a year on active service. So now I'm a veteran. Ooh, National Guard. So I was quite annoyed. We didn't get to go to do any fighting. The whole deployment was just, to me, was a waste of time. For me personally. Not for, you know, whatever else is going on, right? But for me personally, I thought it was just whatever, but you know, you needed your Homeland Security because you got to remember, in 2001 and 2002, you may never know what's going to happen. We can get attacked again, we can get hit again, and everybody was at a fever pitch, you know, until everybody got lazy. A lot of my guys started getting lazy, they started getting in trouble, they started drinking, they started doing stupid shit, and we had one guy that died while we were on that deployment. And these 4 clowns got in a rental car and they were driving too fast, and the driver was drunk one night. And one of the guys, our only Vietnam veteran inside the entire company, he was sleeping in the back of the car because he was drunk. And these idiot asses went off the road and flipped over. The guy was thrown just like this, hit the pavement, got fucked up. We promptly got shooed out when they called the company together. Captain Plora did, and started shooing everybody out. They said the other 4 guys are in the hospital with broken arms and legs. What's his name is now in a coma because his head got busted open like a fucking melon. He ended up getting the plug pulled on him about 2 years later from his family. So, the beginning of my PTSD, this is for Dr. Greenberg, my beginning of my PTSD was 9/11, these assholes dancing in the streets. That pissed me off. The flag being burned, stepped on, pissed on. Al-Qaeda, bin fucking dipshit Laden, and my lack of chance of killing these motherfuckers. Just like my granduncle Benny did in World War II. So I was pissed off. So when I came back from that deployment, demobbed, here's an Army Achievement Medal. Good job, bro. Yeah, okay. Whatever, dude. I got out. I said, fuck this. I said, we're not going to go fight because we're National Guard. We're not going to go fucking do anything. So I stayed out for about a year and about 2 months. Got a job, lost a job, you know. And I noticed I had anger problems. I had anger issues. I was quite annoyed. I don't know why. I mean, you know, and then Iraq kicked off. I said, what are we doing? It's the invasion of Iraq. And I went, oh my God. I watched it on TV. And these guys rolled in and it was fighting everywhere. We already had casualties in Afghanistan and then started getting casualties in Iraq. I went, oh my God. So I sat there and watched that for about 3 or 4 months. So I wasn't happy. I was very unhappy. In the middle of 2004, I get a phone call from Sergeant Bounds. Hey, Randy. If you're listening to this video, he calls me. I said, hey, Jeffrey, we're mobilizing. I said, oh, really, Randy? I said, where are you guys going to go? To fucking Washington next? Because, no, Jeffrey, we are going overseas. And I went, no way. He said, you better get your ass back in here. Holy shit. He called me on a Tuesday. I went down there Wednesday fucking morning, re-signed up. 2-year contract in the National Guard. Got back in my company, got back in my platoon. I said, oh, hell yeah. You know, but I had to go do a medical because I was out for over a year. So I went and did the medical. It only took 2 days to do because they had to do another thing and some other bullshit. And this guy got this big people mover out here. Look at the size of that goddamn thing. So that's going to slow me down a little bit, isn't it? You're going to go right or left? This thing's huge. Damn. Yeah, it's a big old friggin' crane truck. Really? Yep. Oversized load. That is a big, big, big son of a bitch. That's for sure. So we're going to give this guy some room. So I was like, God damn. I says, we're going to fucking go. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. I says, I'm going to make people die. I'm going to kill these fucking people. I'm going to make people fucking die. I was like, fuck yeah. So I did my medical, like I said. Got back to the platoon. They said, all right, we're going to do our SRP and our SRB. SRP is, I forgot what it was called, guys, so don't quote me on it anymore. It's been fucking almost 20 years. Actually, it is 20 years. Jeez, because the summer of 2004, we were going into doing our SRP. You know, it's all the pre-reg stuff, you know. You got to do grenades. You got to do your rifle ranges. You got to do background checks. You got to do your medical. You got to do all that shit. You got to do all that bullshit. So I was like, oh, shit. I said, all right, whatever. You know, it's more money for me, right? To do a two-week drill. Then, unfortunately for stupid me, I got in an argument with one of the guys. This guy's a real fucking asshole. I'm talking about you, Ybarra, you fucking prick. You're still a piece of shit. You and your little clique of fucking putos. I got mad and I swung at him and I hit the friggin' wall. My hand swelled up to this big. It was huge. It looked like a big mitt. Had to go get it x-rayed. Fracture on my hand. And they said, oh, you can't fucking mobilize with a fucking broken hand. I said, oh, shit. They said, we're taking you off the deployment. I said, oh, fuck. I said, this is bullshit. So, went home. After about a month, I wanted to try to get back on the SRB. Since I did my SRP, I already passed it. And that's, you know, the day later I broke my fucking fractured my hand. So I came back, but this time I took an x-ray. And I said, yeah, the swelling was gone. I said, yeah, here's my x-ray. He says, oh shit, I mean, your freaking hand healed up? And I said, yeah, it healed up. Oh, shit, okay, we'll put you back on. They didn't know that was not my x-ray. So all they need to do is just look at it. Oh, okay. They didn't need to take that because I still had a fracture in there. So I pulled a double, I pulled a wise guy. I knew a guy who worked as a radiologist, and I told him to give me an x-ray of a right hand, male's right hand. So by the time that they got me to go take the second x-ray, because I was supposed to do an x-ray, and they saw the civilian one, they put me on the SRB. I went through the whole thing, the background, all that other bullshit. Then, and this is a 3-week drill, 3 weeks. So I was really careful with my fucking hand, real careful. So I said, yeah, we got you and we got another guy, we're going to be taking x-rays. So they took x-ray of my hand, and surprisingly, the crack actually healed up. But it barely. So they said, oh, okay, so you're good to go. So I was like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah. So I was like, man, this is going to be fucking great. So they get us all together, the whole company, inside one of the barracks. This is like the last day before we go back home, and we all, and they said, well, gentlemen, and I forgot who our CO was. Who the fuck was he? Oh, Captain Q. That's right, Captain Q. He was brand new. Came brand new to the company about 6 months ago. Captain Q, he's a goofy son of a bitch, too. And I was like, okay. He says, well, gentlemen, check it out. We are going overseas. I went, yeah. Fuck yeah. He says, but they're taking the entire battalion, or was it regiment? I think it was the whole battalion. I forgot who it was, because I know we had 3 companies with us, and we had engineers attached to us. I'm at my destination right now, so I gotta wait for the grumpy old guy. He says, we are going to be deploying overseas to 4 locations. I was like, oh shit, okay. There's Cuba. We're looking people who wants to go to Cuba. I said, who the fuck wants to go to Cuba? Oh wow, this guy's got a cool lowrider. There's Bosnia, Kosovo, and Egypt. Excuse me, sir. What about Iraq and Afghanistan? Nope, we're not going. What? We're not going. Those are the 4 places they're putting us. Kosovo, Bosnia, Egypt, or Cuba. I said, what the fuck? I said, oh, this can't be true. So I was fucking really annoyed. Now I was really annoyed. So I went home and thought about it. Huh?